Greetings, this is Sloshwax and welcome to something brand new. This is Convoy. It's kind of like FTL, kind of like Faster Than Light, but kind of Mad Max, kind of a little bit... vehicles, it's Faster Than Light with vehicles in a kind of Mad Maxy kind of world. Does that sound cool enough? Sounds pretty cool to me. I did get a copy of this back when it was in an early access form, but kind of never really had time with study and all the other stuff to do anything really with it, but I did play it quite a bit back then. But this is the brand new full release, so I thought we'd give this a bit of a red hot crack, and I thought we'll just jump straight into a game. It's kind of a roguelike, so you'll see as we go. So let's just start a new game. Alright, on the left here you can see these are all starting configurations that you can have, which I have not opened yet. As you can see, if you defeat the boss without doing any side objectives or radio signals, you can unlock these units. These are all things that I definitely do not have yet. I have this one, which has a unit with 2 guns. The green is a type of gun. I think the green is literally only the... I think it's literally just the MCV, and the yellow is a shield slot and the red is a gun slot. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to start with this one, with the EMP blaster on the MCV, the light MG on unit 1, and the cannon 60mm on unit 2. We're actually going to give these names. I'm going to call this one... What shall I call this one? We'll call this one Slosh's Bar and Grill. How about that? Oh, no. We'll just call it Slosh's Bar Grill. No, we'll just call it Slosh's Bar. We'll just do that. And this first one is Fat Rooster. Oh, I like Fat Rooster. What about Rat 9? Call it Rat Fink. I don't know if any of you guys know what Rat Fink is, but I kind of like that. So we're going to start with this configuration. We are going to do it on easy to start with, so I can kind of show you the game more than just dying. And as we go along and do future run-throughs, we'll jack up the difficulty and see how far we can get. I have not seen the end of the game yet, so... Welcome to Convoy. After enduring an unexpected solar flare, your spaceship was forced to make an emergency landing on the planet Omek Prime due to critical damage to its primary systems. The captain has ordered you to traverse the planet in search of replacement parts. Obtaining these will allow the spaceship to continue its mission. I actually had a friend, it was called Travis, I used to call him Traverse. The captain wants you to collect the following parts and bring them to the spaceship: compression coil, flux capacitor, sonic screws, and self-sealing stem bolt. Omek Prime is a world filled with danger. 3 factions vie for control of the planet. They are the Privateers, the Raiders, and the Torvac. Managing to survive in this harsh world where most arguments are settled with violence is key to your success. Okay. Let's ask something about our objectives. Okay, the compression coil is a device necessary to run the main engine. Okay. Various sources around the spaceport claim that a disgruntled former Torvac employee might have some information regarding a compression coil. He is currently residing in a town called Shady Sands. So all of this stuff, it's a completely, it's a roguelike, so it's a different map every time. You never quite know what you're going to get every time you start a game, and it is permadeath, so as you die, you do die. The flux capacitor consists of a rectangle-shaped compartment with 3 flashing Geisler tubes. It requires 1.21 gigawatts of electrical power. That's such a cool Back to the Future reference. Omek Prime has a local professor who should have access to a flux capacitor. Finding him might allow you to acquire this item. And sonic screws. Sonic screws are recognisable by their soft blue glow, and they are essential to keeping your hull intact during faster than light travel. Okay, we've obtained the location of one of their intelligence hubs, a large station in charge of overseeing their many operations. The location of a sonic screw facility should be somewhere in there. Cool. So, the self-seaming stem bolts. A local corporation called Eiffels Incorporated has self-sealing stem bolts monopoly on planet Omek Prime. They are led by 2 entrepreneurs. You should try striking a deal with these 2. So we have to go buy them, we have to find the other ones. Let's find out about the factions. The Privateers adhere to the old pirate code of those that sail to the 7 seas on planet Old Earth. They are obsessed by wealth and frequently try to bully travellers into handing over their valuables. They are recognisable on the map by their green colour. Raiders. Raiders are a ruthless and bloodthirsty bunch. They delight in the suffering of others, often attacking travellers simply for the pleasure of combat. They are red. Torvac are a mysterious group that favour technology over sheer numbers. They seek technological advancement in everything they do, exterminating everything and everyone that stands in the way of their perceived best course of actions. They are blue. Well, there you go. You've got a bit of a history on the factions and the objectives that we need to do. Let's go. Okay, so this is the map here. You can see that you can click on the various points of interest and it will direct you with this little arrow here which way you need to go. It will also tell you how far away they are, which is pretty good. Nearest camp will point back to the spaceship. Oh, actually the nearest camp is 136 kilometers that way. You can see the raiders are up there. Let's start going around the map and I can kind of show you what the game is. Okay, so these are what we are looking for. These are radio blips, I guess you'd call them. So we're going to drive over to this and we will get our very first encounter. Because these are guaranteed encounters, although there are random ones that pop up as you're just driving around. The signal appears to be coming from an old saloon. There are several old cars in the front that look like they haven't been started in a long time. There is a foul stench in the air. The saloon seems so still, so dead, so forgotten. Then suddenly a large woman bursts through the saloon doors and she yells and cheers for you and your men to come inside. Of course we'll go inside. We've just started the game. You and a variety of crew head inside. Cobwebs and dust cover every surface except for the stage, which shines like it has been polished every day. On the stage is a young man wearing long jeans, a button-down tropical shirt and a tropical hat. He introduces himself as Michael Fritz and begins telling jokes. The large woman begins serving drinks to the men. The cups look brand new, like they've barely been used. The liquid in the glasses looks and smells fine. Let's drink it. We've literally just crash landed on the planet. I'm thirsty. You drink it and feel funny for a moment, but the feeling subsides. You've been drinking ship-stilled liquor, so this is nothing. Your men lack your training, however, and soon start yelling and screaming like animals. You realise the drink has been drugged. Drawing your weapon, you order them to keep their hands up and stay quiet whilst you wait for your men to sober up. I've never had this turn out for this encounter. I've done this encounter a few times, but normally I've passed out. This is interesting. I didn't know they had different things that could happen. They explained that they were planning on drugging you to steal all of your belongings. Additionally, they mentioned that several raiders are in ambush outside to attack as soon as you leave. The comedian says he can get you out of here without any bandits coming. The overweight woman says the same thing. Always trust a comedian, my friends. Always. Eyes wide with fear, Michael Fritz stammers, we were going to rob you guys and then leave you to the raiders out back. I can call them off if you let me live. Please let me live. I'm the funny guy. Don't kill the funny guy. I'm going to take him with me. Thank you. I promise I'll be an asset to your team. He runs to the bar and grabs a set of keys and heads outside. After yelling that the coast is clear, you and your men run to your convoy and escape. Okay, we've got the comedian. How weird. Do you think that he would be trustworthy? Someone that we could keep around after he tried to rob us and we literally shot his friend right in front of him. There are only so many ways to describe sand. At this point, you've run out of them. Sounds like Australia. Although in the distance you spot some metal glinting in the sunlight. Let's investigate. It seems to be a hulking figure wearing what looks like a makeshift plate mail out of spare parts. He's carrying a massive exhaust pipe as a lance and has a steering wheel as a shield. As you approach, he adopts a defensive stance and shouts, "Have at thee, servant of the dragon." Let's calm him down. Eventually you manage to calm him down, although he doesn't seem any less delirious. He explains he's the last remaining knight of the Order of the Wheel, on a quest to defeat the legendary dragon. Sounds legit, doesn't it? Having set out so many years ago, he's nearing the infamous dragon lair and will free the world from the terror once and for all. Let's help him. Fellow champions, I knew I would find like-hearted people eventually. The man has given you the coordinates of the presumed dragon cave before being ushered to your medical bay. So I'm going to head up here. We do now have a quest called Here Be Dragons right there. But what we're going to do is we are going to head up here and see what happens here. I think these are supposed to be kind of cities. You approach the radio signal. It sounds like an emergency broadcast. You see a few transport vehicles in the distance. Let's radio them. Thank God, some other people. We're part of the KGL trading company and we were en route to deliver some shipments. My logistics officer, however, was bloody full and had us leave with too little fuel. So we're stranded out here in need of fuel. I don't suppose you'd care to help us out. Make it worth your while. I don't think on this playthrough we're going to play the bandits, because you can literally just kill people like this and you would be able to shoot them. Let's say what's in it for me. Oh well, we don't have much. We obviously can't give you our merchandise. I suppose we might have some spare parts lying around. Oh man, that's gonna... No, that's too much. I'm not giving you that much fuel. In that case, prepare to die. I feel bad now. You power up your weapons and watch everyone freak out in a wild panic. Some of the people have weapons and try to defend themselves. They are no match for your superior firepower, but they manage to damage one of your vehicles regardless. Investigate the wrecks. So we managed to get a buzzsaw and a chainsaw. I do feel a little bit bad about that. Should we... I've never done the Here Be Dragons, so let's actually go do that. Because we may as well. This is the raider territory. As you can see, this is raider territory, but it's still in the weak controlled. As you can see, when it gets to strong, it's like a bright red. Maybe we'll be able to check that out a little bit later. The signal appears to be coming from a band of raiders circled around a young man wearing a really nice suit and some sunglasses who's talking on a cell phone. Let's listen in. The leader of the raiders is yelling very angrily at the man in a suit, who keeps talking on his cell phone with a calm demeanour. He looks at the leader blankly. Within seconds, a phone in the bandit's leader's vehicle rings. The leader picks it up and his face gets instantly pale. He begins yelling at his men and they all get back into their cars and leave. They're heading straight towards your convoy. We're going to ready our weapons. We're going to do this so I can actually show you guys the combat. Alright, so we do actually want to try and get ourselves in a little bit of a place. What weapon do you have? No, we don't want to go over there. We want you to go there. I'm going to put him there and there. It can be a little bit difficult to get these guys to move because they don't have the best handling yet. Alright, spacebar does pause. So here's where everything goes funny. We have an EMP blaster, which fires an EMP blast that collapses shield or stuns a target for a short amount of time. I am going to stun this guy here and see if we can shoot him as much as we possibly can. Now, you can see each of these guys have a completely different range. And what I'm trying to do is block in my convoy, my MCV, because once that dies, we do die. Okay, so we're not doing all that well at the moment. We're going to have to concentrate some fire. You can see the blue is basically shield and the red is health. So you can see them up there. How are we going to do this? Maybe if we do this. I kind of feel that all of them taking on one at a time and spreading out the fire like that much isn't necessarily the best idea. But let's get this guy up here. He can shoot him till he's out of range, I guess. We'll shoot that one down there. We've got another one here, so we're actually going to stun this guy. So these guys can shoot him as much as they possibly can. You won't be able to dodge or do anything like that. You can see this skull up here. That means there's going to be some kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Some kind of giant wall or rock or something that if we do an obstacle, that's the word I'm looking for. There will be an obstacle that if we drive into it, you literally die. So if you stun a car just as one of them comes up, an enemy one, they can run straight into them. And as I said, it is permadeath, so that is basically an instant kill. So you see that big rock wall there would have killed them straight away. Alright, so what we're going to do... That guy's basically going to die. And let's stun him. I think we can all take this guy out. And we should be okay. So let's get him shooting that guy. Yeah, no, but it's still the same obstacle. I don't know why you're bothering with that. You... Okay, he's stunned again. This guy's actually doing pretty good down here. Let's see if he can shoot him. I'd like to get this guy down. He seems to be doing quite a bit of damage to him, and I prefer not to have to repair my guys too much. So we'll stun him. This guy should be able to take it out. We actually managed to stun him. We can keep him... Oh, no, he got past us. I was actually a bit concerned then that my guy was going to drive into the thing trying to get him. There we go. Everything just blowing up everywhere. We finally did it. So this is the combat in the game. It's really quite fun. It's like Mad Max crossed with FTL, as I said. I really, really enjoy it. While you're busy investigating the wrecks, we found 15 fuel and 54 scrap, which is basically the same as FTL, and an item buzzsaw, which is basically like a giant chainsaw for the front of your car. Kind of a drill more than a chainsaw, which you can use to ram people. So let's hear what this young man has to say. After a quick glance, you suspect this man isn't much older than 18. He introduces himself as Arthur Frawley. You try to introduce yourself, but he somehow already knows who you are and that you're looking for parts to fix your ship and where it's landed. He offers to help you find the parts on the condition that when your ship is fixed, you take him with you. Guys, come with me. Alright, we actually have 4 people. I think that's the maximum number of cars we can have. So we're going to open the map, and there has to be a way to see what we've got in these guys here, but I cannot remember. Anyway, we can go find a camp. If we go find a camp, we will be able to have a look. So where's the nearest camp? How far? 48 kilometers this way. We didn't really make it very far then, did we? As you drive along the road, you see several gruesome heads upon pikes. It looks like someone is trying to portray a message. We're pretty damaged. Our mission is too important to be intimidated. Onwards. Oh no. Let's try and outrun them. You outrun those wretched maniacs, but not before they've managed to get some shots in at your vehicles. So we didn't die. That's a really good thing. I was a bit concerned that was going to happen, but that's okay. This is a camp here. So we're going to go here. We're going to go into the camp, and now we can repair and go to the shop and stuff like that. So let's actually have a look. Who is this? Is this the comedian? Oh, this is Frawley. What does he have? Buzzsaw, chainsaw, and buzzsaw. So he's... Wait a minute. That's what we have. I've gone crazy. I'm not a big fan of ramming stuff, but as you can see, this guy has a pretty cool car. This is possibly the coolest one I've seen so far. He has a shield Mark 1 on it, which prevents damage. He has an autocannon, which is effectively 360mm cannons in one. Quickly fires 3 shots before a medium-long reload. So he's got 2 of them. He has 1 more slot. And the comedian, I think this is the comedian. He has an AID, which is an advanced impact defense, which originally designed as a parking aid. It prevents ramming damage through isolated fields, and he has no weapon. Okay, so let's really hope that there is a weapon at the shop. What do we have here? Medium rocket artillery and light rocket artillery. And there's a car, but we don't have enough space for it. So, how much have we got? 214, that does 7.1 damage. That does 10. We may as well buy that, and we'll go back in, and the comedian is the one who has no weapon. So we'll chuck that in there. You can see it go on the car there. He has a medium rocket artillery. You can upgrade these things here, for example, to give more range, which I'm going to do on the comedian because he has a rocket launcher, but we are going to repair. Fire scrap does plus 200 hit points and plus 10 armor points. Not shield, they're armor points. That's what I meant to say before I call them a shield. Okay, there we go. Now, what else did we have in the shop? We had a light rocket artillery. Now, when we look at this guy, he has nothing in his shield, and he only has a... Ratfink only has a 60mm cannon. We could actually buy that other... We've got plenty of fuel, so we don't need to worry about that. We are going to buy that, and I'm going to chuck that on him because he does actually have 2 slots. This is the Fat Rooster, and I'm going to give him some more range. And I'm going to give him some more... health. Now, if we return, I think we'll be able to give this guy some more health too. Or more range. No, we're not going to be able to do any of that. There we go. That's probably as much as we're going to be able to upgrade these guys right now, so let's go back out. Feeling a little bit more confident about myself. Let's continue on for these dragons. Now, I'm going to follow the road, I think. Can't believe this is actually the first time I end up with 4 units. Raiders appear from hiding places along the highway and move in to engage you. Escaping seems unlikely. You'll have to fight. We could try and supercharge our engines, but we may as well do this. So we now have 4 people. Look how far he can fire. Sometimes once you start getting a few different weapons on your convoy, on your MCV, it becomes an absolute beast. So what we're going to do, this dude here. Okie dokie, so that's our guy. That's good to know. Now I've got to think about this. Okay, we're not going to use that yet. I'm going to move him there, going to get him to attack there, going to get him to attack there, move him there, and attack that, and now we'll stun that guy, so he's stuck there. And that guy's going to go down. But that's okay. Wow, we're doing alright here. I know we are playing it on easy, so that's not a huge achievement, but it always does make me feel good when we actually do reasonably well at something. Okay, so we're going to move him down because you can't actually shoot most guns through your people. Okay, so we're going to do this. Stun him. Going to shoot him through there. And we're going to try and reorganise our people so next, because when you start your combats, you just start where you finished. That combat went way better than I was expecting. 11 fuel, 63 scrap. That went way better than I was expecting. I'm pretty stoked with that. Let's head our way towards these dragons, because I have no idea what to expect from this. We are driving around in raider territory, but we should be okay. I haven't seen a lot of radio signals, actually. So we've come across a little bit of the Torvac stuff. This looks like this might be the dragons. We spotted a figure in the distance. It looked like somebody bound to a pole. You discover a severely mutilated man tied to a pole. He appears delusional, but emits a faint noise which sounds like raiders. It doesn't look like he has long to live. Well, let's free him and bring him to the medical bay. Thanks to your medical attention, the man seems to recover. He thanks you for your help and explains that he's an engineer, captured by the raiders and left for dead when he ceased being useful. He begs you to return him home. He'll be able to properly reward you there. Very well. So I think that will be another... It's 112 kilometers that way. We are going to head up here. This is going to be the dragons here. I'm kind of excited about this. An enormous roar shakes you up as you near the supposed dragon cave. Two ominous red lights appear in the distance. The Knight of the Order of the Wheel runs out of your MCV lance and shield at the ready and starts charging towards it. The day of your reckoning is nigh! The red lights come closer and it actually is a dragon. What? There's a real dragon. I want to see it. Okay. Oh my god, how cool is it? Is this a boss? I don't know how we're supposed to do this, so... I mean, let's stun it, but... Let's see what happens here. So it's stunned. Wow, it isn't... It's actually a dragon. What is going on here? That guy will be able to attack from there. I think that guy will be able to attack from there. Be able to attack from there. What is going on here? Okay. We've just been tricked. You need to take on him. You need to drop back. And you need to drop back and take on that guy. You need to come back and... Okay, this is not good. This is not what I was expecting. It's could end up being quite bad for us actually. But I think we'll be able to do it. Let's get rid of this guy. What is that? What is that? What is that doing? What is going on here? That's going to be a... Get out of there. Get out of there. I think there's a rocket coming down. Yep. Are we going to get out? What is going on here? Okay, I want you to attack him. We could be in some mischief. I am not planning this very well at all. Stop driving through it. No, don't go up there. There's lasers firing everywhere. I do not know what's going on right now. This is all too much. Okay. Let's stun that guy just so he's not hurting us anymore. We'll drop back with him. Attack that guy. He's dead. We'll take him up there. And then we'll take these guys up here and start attacking him, I guess. Definitely not my proudest moment, this combat, but we may get out of the way of that laser. Okay, come on. Yep. Oh, not cool, man. Not cool. This is definitely the most complicated fight I've had so far. Okay, so you're watching a man here who is literally so very confused about what's happening right now. Oh man, at least that guy's going to go down pretty soon. Alright. So, if he heads this way, that guy heads this way. We'll stun him, and basically we should be ready to go now. Ready to go him. Okie dokie. I think we actually managed to completely avoid that then. Okay, we'll stun him. We got to watch out for these obstacles. No! Oh no, we lost someone. Oh no, I can't believe we just lost someone. Stun him again. That's okay. Oh, this is cool. This is by far the coolest fight I've had so far. Okay, we could be in trouble, but I think we're going to get him before anything happens. We just got an achievement called Dragon Slayer. I am so excited. Oh, okay, let's read it. Defeat the dragon. So I guess that was something that I wasn't aware existed. With the final explosion, the dragon is slain. You find some loot in the rack. 16 fuel, 65 scrap, and a chainsaw. And we did lose one of our guys. We lost Ratfing, but it's one of our dudes from the beginning, so that's not too bad. The knight approaches your convoy and thanks you for your assistance. Now what? The knight looks thoughtful, then explains he had never really thought about what to do after his quest had finished. Since you've been noble enough to aid his quest, he offers his services to your convoy. Very well. Give me a moment, I shall reconstruct my own vehicle from the remains of this dragon. We have a dragon knight. That is so very cool. Where is the nearest camp? So yeah, far as 62k. So we're actually going to burn up to this camp, and we're going to repair ourselves, and then I think that's where we might end the episode. I hope you guys do want to see more of it. I would like to play it all the way through to the end, and start increasing the difficulty once we do get a little bit better at the game. Let's check out the... Oh, look at it. It has a heavy pulse laser, which is very effective against health, but does nothing against armor. It does DPS of 15. So he's got 2 of them. A heavy plasma cannon, which is very effective against armor and does relatively little damage to health. So that's good against armor, that's good against health. He's actually pretty good. Let's increase that, because the Dragon Knight has 1400 hit points. What do these guys have? Well, he's got 1000, but our initial guy, who can only, as you can see, it does have like maximum upgrades. He only has, oh, he's got quite a few. Let's see what's in the shop. We can get an aid or a shield Mark III for 135 scrap, which we're definitely not going to do. This guy looks pretty cool, but we don't have any of them. We'll sell the chainsaw. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to just repair everybody, because we definitely got a bit hurt in that last one. I reckon that's pretty good. We've got a lot of fuel. We do have enough scrap to do a couple of more upgrades, maybe on him. I do like this guy. He looks like he's going to be my new favorite person. So we'll put up range and health on this guy. So the comedian's pretty good as well. The comedian and the Dragon Knight. How cool is that? Anyway, guys, there you go. This is Convoy. As always, thanks for watching. Any hints or suggestions or questions, please do leave them down below. As you can tell, I'm not all that good at it, but I think this game has a massive amount of potential. I'll see you guys next time.